Hello everyone. Today we're gonna talk about bottom navigation, and I try to implement as fast as possible, and how to implement in Android using the navigation component architecture library. And first we need to get those dependencies and add it to a Gradle file. And when you're creating a new project, I suggest to create the first empty activity. And when you have some empty activity, you just think that application like treasure or treasure lands. Get some money at treasure lands, and when you're creating the project, you must add it in Gradle scripts. First we need, of course, wait for building, for the Gradle building, and when the process ends, be able to add it some dependencies here. And as you see, there is some problems now, and those problems is fixed already. And here you will see the build Gradle module app. In this module app, you must edit those dependencies, which is copied from the official Android developers page. As you see here, for Kotlin you copy this one, and for Java copy that one. And to create this navigation graph, first you need to create your resource, like new Android resource, and you must pick navigation here and write some navigation name, maybe some navigation, doesn't matter which name you chosen, and click OK. And when you're clicking OK here, of course you need to create some destinations. As you see here, there is no destination, no nav host fragments found. First you need to go to the main activity layout, activity main, and add two fragments. First is for bottom navigation, and another one is for, I need to fix here, choose the palette, and here you see we need component 3, delete that one, and we have constraint layout, and here you need to find the bottom navigation view first. And when you're adding this, you choose the constraint layouts, edit bottom, right, left, and pick the with match constraint. And here we pick some 100 density pixels. Of course we need to add that one, and maybe it's a bit smaller, 70 dp. And when you're adding here bottom navigation view, later you need to add navigation host fragment. This fragment needed for all the fragments, which is replacing each time when you hit the bottom navigation items. And here you see the navigation is the main your graph for this stuff, and also added constraints, whole sites, and here just pick the match constraint if you need to fill the whole screen. And of course, for the start fragment, you need to create another fragment. It's like a home fragment. And first you need to choose the template to create the fragment. New fragment and blank fragment. And here remove those factory methods, and here pick home fragment, finish. And when you're creating this fragment, you need to mark this as home fragment and add to main activity now host fragment. And when you picking this now host fragment, maybe we need to add different name here. Nav host fragment, because it's easier to understand which type of fragment here. And when you have this nav host fragment, later you need to add the layout for this fragment. And layout is home fragment. And when you have this home fragment, we just change it a bit, maybe added some background. Background is color, doesn't matter really. Purple, some purple. Here is a home fragment, and maybe I added some text. Text view, and add some name like home fragment. Or here is a hard-coded values, and here we have the home fragment. As you see, maybe we need to add some text size to easier read it. Text size is 40 dp. And now we need to go to this navigation graph, and as you see here, you're able to edit the destinations. Here it is. Now host fragment is the first fragment is home fragment, and home fragment, as you see, is home fragment here. And of course we need to create more fragments. Maybe if you need to have 3 buttons down below for button fragment or button menu, you need to create more destinations or just simple fragments. Create new destination, and here you maybe added some stuff like details, or maybe shop destination, and adding one more destination is profile, maybe profile. And when you have like this, you don't need to add any connections between those fragments. Enough to have separate fragments. And if you need only the button menu, you need to create the resource first, the Android resource file, and here you must pick the menu, and here you add it, and I don't know, button menu, maybe button menu, and here you're able to edit item, title, like home, icon. Of course we don't have any icons. It really doesn't matter, maybe we added simple map icon launcher, and or maybe there is some drawable icon. It really doesn't matter at the moment, we just pick any type of image. And if you needed to add it on click event for your menu item, you needed to add it ID, Android ID, and here you enough to edit ID from the home fragment. Here it really doesn't matter if you add a plus symbol or doesn't have it here. If you need, duplicate your IDs. And when you're creating the items, I'm creating another one and another one. And here you have the not home fragment, shop fragment maybe. Shop fragment, maybe here I leave this plus sign. And here we added, last one is home shop profile fragment, like shop and profile. We have home shop profile, yes. And when you have those type fragments, you able to add this menu to your bottom navigation. And here we find bottom menu, and in the main layout we need to add a menu first. And here you have bottom navigation, and here enough added app menu. And choose the bottom navigation, and here you see home shop profile. And of course for profile maybe added a different color, attributes, background, red. And for shop I add different color like green. Understood how it works, and here that's it. You have the working menu, but you need to initialize your events here for that navigation graph. In the main activity you must add it some lines, just copy from here. In Kotlin here, in Java is really the similar, doesn't matter which language you prefer to use it. It's really easy to use it. And here just adding this nav controller class from Android-X, button navigation, and here of course we need to find bottom nav. I'm not sure which bottom navigation view. Bottom navigation view is from your activity main, and here we have bottom navigation view ID. It's for this view we have bottom navigation view, and in main activity you need to show this one, and now host fragment is a host fragment here. That's why we need it first, this one. And here is a set up this controller, and when you're running your application you should see some problems sometimes, or if everything is fine, it's you correctly set up your first project bottom navigation. And we try to see if you would like to implement another drawer, navigation drawer. You're also able to do this in the similar way. And here of course I picked a foldable emulator. It's really a huge one, but really doesn't matter. We just need to wait a bit. And when this finished, we see some results. Pixel is starting. Yes. No. Yeah, sometimes it's really hard when you're using two windows. You're wasting your time because with some memories, see some warnings. And here we have some home fragment, shop fragment, and profile fragment. That's it. Later we see in the next video and try to edit more content and maybe set some data to pass through this fragments. Thank you very much. Please subscribe to this channel and see you later. Peace.